9 months in, 9 months out. It's Amanda and Teo, and we are here for his 9-month update. I didn't get around to an 8-month update, and I'm not going to beat myself up about it. We're just going to do a 9-month update. This little guy has been 9 months in, 9 months out. Haven't you? And he is just thriving. You need a toy. You need a toy. Here we go. He's getting really chatty. I think I said that in his last update, but it's like even more now. He says da 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 da. He says ba 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 and ma ma ma. And he does say it around me, so I don't know if he knows what that means, but he also says it when he wants more food. When there's no more on his tray, he goes, ah, ma 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 ma. And he blows raspberries, clicks his tongue, he goes, and he's just turning into a little chatterbox. He tells us all about it all the time. He expresses his opinion. Don't you? He's just the sweetest, sweetest little baby. Being the third child, he definitely is incredibly easygoing. He just goes with the flow no matter what we're doing. Unless it's getting to be his bedtime, then he gets cranky, or right before his nap time, but that's pretty typical. He's just a really good-natured, happy baby. Starting to get into a stranger danger phase, so that's been new the last couple months. Anybody he doesn't recognize, or if somebody who he doesn't know holds him, or first looks like if somebody comes over that he doesn't know and they try to talk to him, he gets a little bit unsure and a little bit shy. Don't ya? Yeah. But then he warms up to people too. Then once he warms up to people, he will go to them anytime. In terms of gross motor stuff, he seems to be going a little bit more on the trajectory that Alex did. By this point, Sophie was like actively crawling everywhere, and this guy at this point is mostly just army crawling. He's trying though, he's really trying. He's been like just starting to get up on his knees and definitely scooches everywhere. He's mastered going backwards. He loves standing. Like if we hold him up and prop him up, he just adores standing up. Like if he's really upset about something and he's crying and wailing and having a hard time, if we just stand him up like this, almost always that calms him down. It's really funny. He just loves standing, don't you? And he loves his bouncer. In terms of his fine motor skills, he's definitely got really good fine motor skills. We've been doing a lot of baby-led weaning and purees. With the baby-led weaning we've been doing, he's gotten really good at the pincer grip, and he can pick up lots of little small pieces of food. Back at it here. He's getting fussy, and Sophie was out here. Real life mom interruptions. We are nursing, so I guess that's a segue into talking about he is still nursing like a champ, but it's definitely a lot less than it used to be because he's eating a lot of solids now. He definitely has a solid breakfast, lunch, and dinner now, so he's definitely nursing less than he used to. But he mostly nurses now before nap time and before bedtime, and usually like once in the afternoon just for comfort, and first thing in the morning. So I guess we are still nursing about 4 times a day at this point. He still absolutely loves nursing, and I am just savoring it. I'm gonna let him nurse basically as long as he wants because he's the last one, and I just want to enjoy this nursing experience one last time. But yeah, in terms of food, he is pretty much eating everything. Pretty much everything that he's capable of eating without having any teeth. That's the other thing, is that he doesn't have any teeth yet. But the first 2 are, I can tell they're going to break through soon, and he's been really fussy, so I think he's going to get them really soon. But he's been managing with a lot of baby-led weaning foods with just his little gums. Anything that can be chewed with gums and mashed up with gums, he is managing. So a lot of soft fruits, He loves smoked salmon, that's like his favorite protein, and scrambled eggs. He loves scrambled eggs or just cooked up egg yolk. He loves both of those things. He's definitely a protein boy. You can tell that he's growing. And we still spoon feed him as well. We still give him some of our homemade purees. Lots of pureed stuff from the garden recently, which has been fantastic. We've been making lots of green smoothies lately since we feed that to the other kids, and we've just started giving him green smoothie as well, so we're getting lots of nutritious goodness into him, and he loves it. Oh, another thing that he loves is guacamole. It's kind of funny, at Costco they sell that holy guacamole, and we just feed it to him with a spoon and he adores it. It's kind of funny that at first he wasn't too keen on plain avocado, but the guacamole, man, he likes things with flavor. Fingers crossed that he's going to be a really good eater like our daughter Sophie. So yeah, he's doing really, really well with solids. Yeah, so I mentioned the teeth. He's just about to cut his first 2 teeth. He's definitely a later teether, which was the case with my other kids as well. I think that's just how it goes with our kids. It must be genetic. His hair is starting to grow just a little bit. He was definitely a baldy for a long time, and now he's starting to get just the faintest little sign of curls in the back. His hair is really fine and it's starting to get curly, so we think that the texture of his hair is going to be a lot like big sister Sophie's hair, just really fine and very curly. Me and Bill both have naturally curly hair. He is growing like a weed. He is still gigantor, although he is finally starting to thin out. We think he's reached his peak chunk, as we like to say, probably around 8 months, and then he started to level off just a little bit, but he's about 21.5, 22 pounds now. It's insane. We measured him and he was 33 inches right when he turned 9 months, and his head is continuing to be, you know, 99th percentile or whatever. Yeah, still have a big baby. He's in size 12-month clothes. Some of his 12-month clothes are actually starting to get a little tight now, so he's following a very similar growth trajectory that his big brother did in being in clothes that are made for babies twice his age. So he is very, very social. Being that he is the 3rd child, he just adores chaos. The chaos of being the 3rd child. I don't know how much longer he's going to last here. We might have to send him inside to get dinner with Grandma. Whew, okay, we've now got the kids inside eating dinner with Daddy and Grandma, so I can finish this. So I don't have little T for the rest of this, but at least he was in the first part. Real life. So I was talking about how he absolutely adores his big brother and sister. Absolutely adores, and they adore him. It is what we call the Mutual Admiration Society. They've gotten better at being gentle with him. At first they didn't really understand that he wasn't quite as sturdy as they are, but they have definitely gotten a lot better with that. But it's actually really great, because sometimes if I need to get something done, or if Bill needs to get something done, we both need to get something done, or even just take a short cat nap on the couch when they're right there, or whatever it is, if we put Teo in a safe place, like in his bouncer or his little activity gym, or, you know, somewhere where he is safe and secure, like, the kids will play with him for like an hour and they entertain each other, and it's amazing. This is definitely the advantage of having more than one child, as they entertain each other. So he's definitely really social with big brother and sister. He loves being around people. Like I said, he's getting stranger danger with people he doesn't know, but when he's around people he does know, then he's very sweet and very snuggly. He's still an incredible little snuggle bug. I'm just soaking it up. He will just sit and cuddle for a really long time. Everybody is just really, really enjoying him. All of our family is really enjoying him too. Everybody's just enjoying having a baby one last time in the family, because we are definitely done having babies, and I don't think anybody else in the family is going to be having any more babies, so everybody's just enjoying his babyhood. So he's just doing really well. There are a couple of things that we are keeping an eye on. Just because Alex does have an autism diagnosis, we are fully aware that that's something that we should be keeping an eye out for. And really the only thing that we have noticed with Teo so far is, you've probably seen in some of the vlogs that we've done as well, but he definitely does the hand twisting like this, and he does it a lot, like especially when he's excited, and he does this, and his legs are always constantly kicking and his hands are going.
I like trucks.
Do you like trucks already? Those little interests, they just start early, don't they? Is that going to be your first word? The only other thing I've noticed is that he likes to look at things up close sometimes, which is another thing that Alex does. But, you know, he's only 9 months old, and it's, you know, it's really hard to tell this early in the game. But, you know, we're just keeping an eye out for things. At least so far, he doesn't seem to have any of the sensory issues that Alex has. Thank goodness he doesn't seem bothered by loud noise. Maybe that's just because he was born the third child and it's always a monkey house around here. But he doesn't seem bothered by noises. The only thing that he gets scared by are, like, you know, normal things that normal babies get scared by. If something is coming at him kind of fast, you know, if like the kids are kicking a ball around and, you know, it's kind of startling to him, you know, or like the stranger danger, like I said, but that stuff is pretty normal. So socially, so far, he seems to be doing great. He has like intense eye contact, but then again, so did Alex. So Alex has never really had an issue with eye contact. So we're fully aware this time. We know what to look for, and, you know, we know it's a possibility, and honestly, it doesn't even intimidate me or scare me anymore. Like, just knowing how it is with Alex, like, we know what the challenges are, and we actually really think that it's a blessing that Alex is twice exceptional, because he's such a neat kid, you know? And so we're not afraid if we end up with another twice exceptional kid. We have noticed that he has the really intense eyes. If you guys have seen the video where I talked about Alex's diagnosis, which I will link here, I talked about the history leading up to his diagnosis. And in that video, I talked about how when he was a baby, he had these like really intense, like laser eyes. And Teo definitely has that too. But, you know, like with Alex, that was like a sign that he was gifted. That's actually kind of a common thing that you can, I mean, ask any parent of a gifted kid, and that's actually pretty common, is they have those intense eyes. Teo does seem to have that, so we are definitely keeping our eyes out that it's entirely possible that we'll have another twice exceptional kiddo on our hands, and we are totally fine with that. We know that it comes with its challenges, but, you know, every kid has their own challenges, and we are familiar with how to deal with all of that now. It's nice, you know, being on the third child and not worrying about every little thing like I did the first time around. Just the fact that he's doing his gross motor skills slightly behind where his sister did, I'm not as worried. He's even still ahead of where Alex was at this age a little bit. You know, the whole milestone thing, when those milestones are being met, third child, I just don't even worry about it at all anymore. As long as it's a forward progression of development and we know which things to keep an eye on, and if we do see anything, we know what to do for interventions and that kind of thing. So I'm just not even stressing about it this time. So that is what's going on with him. Sleep-wise, he's still doing great. He pretty much entirely sleeps through the night. There is you know, sometimes like when he's going through a growth spurt, he'll wake up once in the night and want to nurse, or it does seem like he's about to cut his first 2 teeth right now, and so he has woken up once or twice at night just because he seems like he's in pain. And so we first try the Camellia teething drops or the Highlands teething tablets, and if those don't work, then we, you know, pull out the big guns and give him ibuprofen, and then he goes right to sleep. So sleep-wise, he seems to be doing great. In terms of naps, he's definitely like my other kids in that he drops his naps much earlier than his peers. He's pretty much down to 1 nap a day now at 9 months, and occasionally he will still take 2, especially if we're in the car. He'll get his 1 solid middle of the day nap, and occasionally if we're out he will sleep in the car, but for the most part he's just so intensely aware of what's going on that he doesn't want to miss anything. You know, he's aware that his brother and his sister are up to things and doing things, and he wants to be a part of that, and no time for sleeping, man. He's definitely taking a good solid nap in the middle of the day now, and he usually goes down around noon, and he will sleep usually until about 2, so it's usually at least a 2-hour nap. Sometimes he'll sleep till 3 and it's a 3-hour nap, so, you know, he's getting a good solid nap, and he's sleeping, you know, a good 10-12 hours at night. So I think he's getting the sleep that he needs, but he's definitely not super big on multiple naps during the day because he doesn't want to miss anything. Yeah, so I think that is pretty much it. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing little Teo and how he's been doing at 9 months. And at this point, I'm probably just going to wait until he turns 1 to do his next update, which is insane. Like, that's insane to me that in like 2.5 months he's going to be 1. Like, where did the time go? Where did the time go? I was thinking about this time last summer, I was really, really pregnant with him, and it doesn't feel like, it still feels like I gave birth to him like a month or 2 ago. It's insane. The more kids you have, the faster the time passes because you're just so busy all the time. It's nuts. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you guys have not yet subscribed, consider doing so, hitting that red subscribe button, and we will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye guys.